welcome back to Better Living. I'm here with Heidi from the American Cancer Society. As promised, we are talking all about what is going on at the American Cancer Society today. We have donated the entire show to talking about the American Cancer Society today and your upcoming Relay for Life events. But let's talk this first segment about what you guys do at the American Cancer Society. You are from the one here in our area, so let's talk specifically about what you guys are doing here in the greater Toledo area.
Sure. So the American Cancer Society does, we do the same thing all over the country. Our biggest thing is research. We fund, we're the #1 funder in cancer research. And locally, we do a lot of things for our patients and our survivors in the community. We drive cancer patients to and from their treatments. We have a wig bank at the Perrysburg office as well at the Victory Center. We provide lodging and we help with that kind of thing, support systems. We work with the hospital systems a lot, so.
And, you know, I think that there are a lot of groups, I guess, organizations that work with cancer patients when there are specific cancers. So if somebody perhaps has breast cancer or colon cancer, or whatever there's, but sometimes there are some not as well-known cancers, some smaller, or just cancers that seem to get forgotten about. You guys are really good about encompassing everything, aren't you?
Yeah, a lot of people think that cancer is just one disease, but it's actually hundreds of diseases that make up cancer. There is pretty much a cancer for almost every single body part that you have. So we do a really great job of making sure that we help and fund all cancers.
I think that's really important. So let's go back to some of those specific things that you just talked about. So let's talk about the wig bank first. You said you have that wig bank in Perrysburg. So if somebody is going through the active treatment and they lose their hair, what do they do? Do they come to you? Do they have to be referred to the wig bank? How does that work?
They can call the local phone number, or they can call our 1-800 number, and they will just register that they need a wig, and they can stop by at our office. We're open 8:30 to 4:30, and they can just come in and say they need a wig, and we'll take them back and get them whatever they need. That's
got to be so reassuring and helpful for somebody, because I think half the battle sometimes is the self-esteem and how you feel about yourself. And especially for a woman, that's a big deal. And so being able to at least feel better about how you look and how you can present yourself has got to go such a long way.
Absolutely. We have a great program too called Look Good, Feel Better that shows you how to put on makeup after you've gone through treatment when your face is dry. It doesn't, you know, over-the-counter makeup doesn't always work like it used to, and teaches women how to put on their eyebrows and draw on eyelashes. And it's a great program to really make women feel better about themselves again, because it is hard when you're going through treatment.
And I think, too, a lot of times, especially women, are so busy still trying to take care of the other people in their lives, trying to take care of their kids, and they need somebody to help them a little bit. And to be able to say, it's okay for me to let somebody take care of me for a little while.
Absolutely. And same with men, too. We have wigs and toupees for them as well. So I think when you are a cancer patient, a lot of times you do focus on getting, you know, taking care of everybody else and making life still go on. And our caregivers are such an intricate part of our Relay and what we do as well. So really we try to make sure at Relay honoring our survivors, but also our caregivers, because they're just as important.
Absolutely. And one thing that you have that is essential, I think, for the caregivers is you're such a resource. You have so many resources for people, don't you?
Yeah, we do. At cancer.org, or if you call our 1-800 number, you'll talk to a specialist, and they will be able to provide you any information that's nationally there to help you, or locally. If there's something that we can't do, you call our 1-800 number and we'll get you hooked up with other organizations here in Lucas County. Here in Lucas County that can help you as well.
Do you think, I mean, that's so important for people to feel educated, to feel like if they're going to battle the disease, that they have that knowledge to be able to do that.
Absolutely.
Now, what about if somebody is looking for, like, a support group? You know, they just want to be able to talk to people that are going through the same thing as them, whether they are the patient or the caregiver.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, we refer people to our 1-800 number because we can align somebody up with all the different types of support groups that are provided here in Lucas County.
And we're going to talk in a minute to a couple people that are helping run some of these Relay for Life that you guys do. And I know those are really big fundraisers, as well as just events to bring awareness to what you do. But
Absolutely.
those aren't the only ways that people can help support the American Cancer Society. What are some other ways that people can support your organization?
Well, we have our Making Strides Against Breast Cancer, so that's our breast cancer specific event. We have galas that we hold. We have a farm to table coming up in September. We have Golf Classic coming up in June and other golf events. Relays all over. You can donate to the American Cancer Society locally or nationally, and you can donate online as well at cancer.org.
Are there opportunities for people to volunteer? Are there other ways? I mean, do you ever need volunteers?
Absolutely. We always are looking for volunteers. The American Cancer Society and the Relay for Life are all volunteer-run groups. So our relay is completely done by our volunteers. So we're always looking for somebody to help run them or just come the day of event and volunteer.
All right, and they should just go to your website for more information?
They can go to our website or they can contact me at heidi.knopfziger@cancer.org.
All right. Well, we will continue to talk about the American Cancer Society and those two relay events that are coming up. Stick with us. We'll be right back on Better Living. Welcome back to Better Living. I'm here now with Melissa. She's from the Maumee Bay Veterinary Hospital. They are the presenting sponsor of the Oregon Relay for Life. We're going to talk about that event now. The Oregon Relay for Life is coming up
June 13th. It's
June
a Saturday.
13th. That's this Saturday.
Yep.
I should know. I have a graduation party on that day. I really better not forget about that day. Yes, it's kind of important for me, yes. So let's tell everybody about the Relay for Life event that is going on in Oregon. Tell us when, like what time, where the event takes place.
Sure. It's at Clay High School in Oregon, Ohio. The actual relay itself starts at 4 p.m. and it goes through midnight. Usually at the end, it's kind of the teams, but we try to get the community involved early. It's a carnival theme this year, so we're really trying to reach out to the families because it affects everyone. Also, there is a superhero princess party that we try to really get the kids into at 2 o'clock beforehand, and that's at Clay inside, and then the relay starts at 4.
This sounds like a lot of fun. So let's back up to the party first, the superhero princess party. What all will be going on there?
They get to make a donation. Each kid makes a $10 donation. They come. You can buy tickets at the event. They don't have to be pre-bought. They get to meet different superheroes. They get to meet different princesses. They can bring an autograph book. It's a big deal. Kids like to get autographs. There's crafts, pizza, snacks, that kind of thing. So
that will be a really good time for them.
Yeah.
And I think it's good when you take your younger kids to things like this because they can bring, either if they get allowance, they can bring their allowance money, or you can give them some jobs to do at home so that they can earn their $10 and they can be explained to, they can know what they're raising money for.
Definitely.
I think it's a great teaching tool as a parent to teach your kids, you know, why you're raising this money. Okay, so let's fast forward then to 4 o'clock, and you'll have an opening ceremony then?
Yep, there's an opening ceremony. Then we do a survivor dinner. We really try to kick off with the people who have survived. And there's like wine bottle painting. We talked about doing massages and pedicures and stuff like that to kind of give back for all that they've been through. After that, then each hour there's a different lap. There's the kids can dress up during one lap. There's like races that we do. There's different, like your favorite sports team. And then the carnival theme, there's like blow up activities for the kids. There's carnival games. And each team has a different tent and they kind of do their own little, like there's popcorn at one, cotton candy at something else, cornhole tournament somewhere else. So there's a lot to do for all the family.
It is a great time. I think it's a big party always at these events, and it's made to be a good time. But most importantly, it's raising a lot of money for a great cause for the American Cancer Society. If somebody wants to, can they still get a team in the Oregon event for Relay for Life?
They would have to contact Heidi, who you spoke to first, just to see if there was enough time to add. Otherwise, we have no problem adding team members to the teams that we have existing. And there's always, anybody can donate, anybody can volunteer. The more the merrier, to be honest.
So somebody could still donate money to a team that's already on, or join a team that's in existence.
Definitely.
And certainly the teams get pretty creative, I think, as far as team wear and some of the activities that they do during the event. It's almost like a little contest amongst teams, I think.
It is. They try to make it a little competitive, raise more money, and then you decorate your tent in different ways. This year it's actually my son's 5th birthday, so we bought carnival-themed birthday balloons to decorate our tent to kind of tie the two in. He thinks the superhero party's just for his birthday.
Well, and you should go with that.
Definitely.
I mean, I think that you should own that and tell him it is for his birthday.
Definitely.
Then you don't have to do another party.
Right.
Go with that, yes.
Right.
Bring some cupcakes or something. It'll be all good.
Yeah, we're planning on it.
It's a great idea. Then at some point, is it at midnight then you kind of have a wrap-up event or a closing ceremony, for lack of a...
What we do before we close is a luminaria ceremony.
Okay.
That's where we light the balloons in this, or I'm sorry, the bags in the stadium that have either in memory of or in honor of. People can purchase them before the event, also at the event. We, I think it's every hour we announce for people to make those, and there's a whole list of everybody that it's kind of like a screen that goes, all the lists, and everybody has time to kind of come together and remember. It's a very moving event.
It is. It's a really touching time, isn't it, at the end?
Because it's nice to remember those we've lost. We've lost lots of friends and family members. And then this year, my mom, Deb Songrant, it's actually her 10-year anniversary that she's been in remission. So this year we have even more to celebrate. So it's the ceremony is something we look forward to.
That's really great. Okay, so Maumee Bay Veterinary Hospital is the presenting sponsor for this event. Why get involved? Why do they choose to do this?
The big reason was my mom. Also, we lost my grandfather to leukemia when I was a kid, and too many to count, friends and family in the middle. So it's like once it touches you at home, it's a totally different involvement. We've always donated. It's always been something we've wanted to do, and then once you really get to know the people and you learn the different experiences they've had and what they've been through, I just love being around them and doing the events. We also then do a dog walk in September. That's the Bark for Life that we sponsor to kind of get the four-legged companions involved as well. So it's something we enjoy to do.
And you were telling me, talking about the Bark for Life, really people going through cancer and their fight for cancer really find that those companions, those four-legged companions, a lot of times are really a great comfort to them as they're in their fight.
Definitely. They're by their side during, through chemo, radiation, there's a lot of resting points, times that you feel ill afterwards, and they love to cuddle on the couch in your bed, and they're by your side, giving that little tail wag, even when you don't, like you said, with hair, losing your hair, different things like that. It's definitely a companionship that people forget that side. They always think of the people walk, and then we decided to do the dog walk, so we remember the four-legged as well.
I think it's a great idea because that's true. They're always there. So, well, make sure that you get out, even if you just want to come experience some of it. The relay, June 13th in Oregon at Clay High School. It begins at 4 o'clock, or the Princess and Superhero Party. You don't want to miss that right before. We'll be right back on Better Living. Well, welcome back to Better Living. I'm here now with Mindy. She is an oncology nurse at the Toledo Clinic. We're going to talk a little bit about the Greater Lucas County event, the Relay for Life, which is June 20th. So that's coming up in 3 weeks. I can count sometimes. I got to use my fingers, so when I get past 10, it's a problem. I have to take off my shoes. But you not only are helping with that event, you have a really personal reason for doing this. You work with, as I fall off the table, you work with people every day that are battling this disease. You lost your mom to this disease. So you really want people to support the American Cancer Society. You really want people to get involved in raising money and raising awareness and knowing that we got to find a cure for this.
Absolutely. I think awareness is huge. A lot of folks, like, for instance, I didn't really know that much about lung cancer, and that's what my mom passed away from until she was diagnosed. All the appointments you have to face, all the different surgeries and chemotherapy, radiation, and then boom, all of a sudden it's like reality has set in. And after my mom had passed away, I started working in oncology, and I see it every single day with taking care of my patients. And it's a true passion. I just recently started grad school so I can further on and become a nurse practitioner. These people are fighting every day. They are the true heroes in my eyes. So I think it's huge that people come on out and support that. There's always a question, where does the monies go from these events, that kind of thing. Yesterday we had a relay meeting, and Heidi broke down everything on how much goes into research and stays in our very own area. And that's huge. So if people are afraid to donate or anything like that because they don't think the money's going to a specific cause, get in contact with American Cancer Society. They'll tell you about awareness is huge.
Well, and I think that's important to note. Very transparent. About, look, here's where it's going, here's how much is staying here, and we're glad to show you that, and that's important. I'm glad you bring that up. It's very important to note. Let's give people some specifics about the event, June 20th. Where is it going to take place, and what time does the event start?
The event is going to take place at the Lucas County Fairgrounds, where the old Mud Hens used to play. It is from 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. It used to run 24 hours, but they've changed it this year. And just like with the Oregon event, we're going to have Rapunzel, Elsa, and Anna there from 2 to 3:30. And then from 4 to 5, we're going to have Spider-Man, Batman, Green Lantern. They're going to be there. So we encourage folks to bring their families out. There's a lot of stuff. There's a really awesome dinner, which we've been, pushing to our survivors that this is about you. This is why we do this. It's at 3 o'clock. Oasis is going to cater it for a survivor and their caregiver. And one of the biggest questions a lot of patients say, well, I'm going through treatment right now. Am I a survivor? And I was like, well, wait a minute. The day they're diagnosed is the day because they're surviving with the disease. So that's very important. And we're encouraging all survivors to come out and join us at 3 o'clock. There's a survivor lap at the beginning where all the survivors take stand and walk around the lap. They wear purple shirts because purple represents all different cancers. Like we're all familiar, pink is breast cancer, that kind of thing. What about the other cancers? Well, purple is a general color that represents every single cancer.
And like you said, if you have been diagnosed with any cancer at any time, whether it was yesterday or whether it was 10 years ago, you're a survivor, and you deserve that lap. And if that means that you're walking that lap with the cane or in a with a walker, or whether somebody's pushing you in a wheelchair, you still deserve that lap for sure. Now, same thing, teams. If you want to make a team, you certainly could check with Heidi and see if there's still room for teams, but people will obviously take people on their teams.
Oh, absolutely. Like, for instance, I just checked with her in between the segment, and you can form a team all the way up until the day of the event.
There you go.
Can do it the day of the event. Teams can go from anywhere from 3 people on up to 300 people. So it doesn't matter. As long as you're out there, bringing support for the cause, that's the biggest thing.
And they'll always take your money. Yes, so give your money. People can donate. They can donate. You can go online and find out.
It's very easy to relayforlife.org, and then you can click on, type in the area code, type in mommy, that kind of thing, and it will come up, and then you can donate to a specific team. You can donate to a specific person, whatever's easiest for you.
And I don't think people understand, unless they've been to one of these things, just how interesting it is.
Oh,
it's teams. It's really something to see.
Absolutely. This year, our theme is Hollywood. And so everybody, like our team is going to be, we're going to be the Nomads, and everything's going to be like a lawn gnome theme, but going Hollywood. We each get spirit sticks, and we get to decorate that per the theme, and somebody from each team is walking the lap. And there's something every hour, like there's the Disney hour, somebody dresses up like a Disney character. There's the Halloween hour, dress up in your Halloween costumes, and we pass out candy. Glow hour starts at 9 o'clock. You bring your glow gear. And then at 10 o'clock, which is really cool, and it's an emotional thing, but it's amazing, the luminary ceremony. And it goes from 10 to 11. They light up the track with the luminary bags. You can purchase those for $10 in memory or honor of somebody. And then we do that. It's just an amazing experience, a great atmosphere, and a lot of patients, we're encouraging to come out because that's who it's about. It's about them.
It is. And it's a very special time, and I think if you are a patient and you are in treatment, it would be a very uplifting time for you.
Absolutely.
I am going to tell you all, I have to do this so I don't start crying. You have to make it a little bit lighter. That's why I go to comedy. As a former cheerleader, don't drop the spirit stick. Bad things happen. Yes, I'm just going to go. I'm just to all of you that are going to participate in your teams, don't drop the spirit stick. If you need to know what happened, just get out any of the old Bring It On movies, go home and watch them tonight. Don't drop the spirit stick. If you want to be involved in any of these teams, please go to the relayforlife.org website to get more information and donate, donate, donate. We'll be telling you more about it throughout this month up until the event, and we will certainly have a recap after it's over. We're proud to be part of this organization and be supporting it. It is a great group, the American Cancer Society and the Relay for Life. We'll be right back on Better Living.